guys, Preacher 357 here, out here on the range on this cloudy, sloppy, sort of spring day. It's actually still February, so it's not quite spring, but it feels like spring. And we've had quite a bit of rain, so the range is really sloppy and wet, but that doesn't mean I can't come out here and shoot. So I'm gonna do a little shooting today. Today I've got a gun that I've never even really paid any attention to before. And it is a KelTec P17. And I'm gonna just be honest, I have never owned a KelTec. I've never even really wanted to own a KelTec. They've never even seemed interesting to me, for whatever reason. They were just the kind of gun that just didn't appeal to me. Of course, I like revolvers. You know, I like steel and wood, and that's the opposite of a KelTec. I mean, this gun here, this P17, which is a 22 long rifle gun that holds 16 in the magazine, honestly, it feels like a toy. I mean, it's made out of plastic mostly. There's, you know, you got a little bit of slide here that's made out of steel, but you know, it feels like a toy in your hand. It's really, really light, extremely light. And this is just not the kind of gun that would normally appeal to me. But I was at Direct Hit in Jackson, Tennessee, on the south side of Jackson, and all the guys in there were raving about this gun. They were like, have you checked this gun out? And everybody said, oh, I've got that gun. I love that gun. If I could only have one 22 long rifle pistol, that would be it. So either this is a really nice pistol, despite feeling like a toy, or they are really messing with me and just wanted me to see me do a review on a gun that was terrible. So I don't know which it is yet. So far, all I've done is clean it and put a few rounds on paper just to kind of see where it was hitting, which is a little bit off. It's got some adjustment on here, but I don't have the Allen wrench out here to try to adjust it. So I'm just going to use some Kentucky windage to do the best I can with it. But first mag, it cycled everything. So can't complain about that. First magazine I put through it, first time I shot it, ran perfectly. One thing about this gun is the manual for the KelTec, it says to use high velocity ammunition or standard velocity. It says if you use the low velocity ammo, low power ammo, it might not cycle. Although some of the guys there at Direct Hit said they do run suppressors on this because it comes with an adapter to run a suppressor. They run suppressors on it with subsonic, and they say it cycles fine with that. So I don't have any subsonic ammo, so I'm not going to be able to test that out because I don't buy subsonic ammo because I don't run cans. I don't run suppressors. But anyway, there it is. Obviously, it's got the safety right there on the side. It's really in a strange position, sort of, but it works pretty well. You can hit it really easily with the thumb or with the other finger, with your index finger. Pretty positive. I don't have any problem with that safety being there at all. It's got a 1913 style rail on the front, so it's kind of tactical, even though it's just a little bitty 22. I guess you can put a light on it if you want to. The light's going to weigh more than the gun, I believe. But that's what it is, and really the only thing that cycles is this back part here. You see there's just a metal strap over the top here, basically. The slide is back here. The rails are back on the back. The barrel is fixed in the front. It does not move. So it's a direct blowback operation, which is not uncommon for 22 long rifle semi-auto guns. So, I mean, it's a little different. Looks a little different than some other offerings. But, you know, it seems like it works. So I also got out here a 22 that I really like. It's also a budget gun. The Taurus TX22, I really like this gun. I mean, I like this gun better than some of the higher end offerings that I have shot. But if you see these two guns side by side, there's a pretty big difference between them. You know, size-wise. The TX22 feels like a full-size gun in your hand, whereas this one doesn't. It's very small, very light. Now, the TX22 is really light as well. I don't know if it's that much heavier than the KelTec. I haven't run the numbers. I'll see if I can look that up and put it on the screen for you. But anyway, that's the difference in size between them. The KelTec is a lot slimmer, especially when you look at the width of them. So, you know, at least in the grip. Now the slides are about the same. So, you know, if you were looking for a 22 long rifle pistol, I know this is a good offering here. Maybe this one is too. And I guess it just really depends on which size you like better. If you want something really small or if you want something a little bit more substantial. Because I know this gun runs. I know I've had really good luck with this one. But now we've got to try this one here and see what it does. So I've got a couple more mags loaded up. It comes with 3 magazines. That's a positive there, 3 16-round magazines. So that's something I like to see. So I've got some more ammo here loaded up. This is a Gila Super Extra. These are lead round for the most part. I think there may be a few of the copper jacketed in there as well. But we'll just go over here and shoot at the red plates for a minute here and see what I could do. I think it was hitting high and to the right a little bit, so I'm going to hold just a little bit down to the left and low. Yeah. I can't tell where I'm going. There we go. Wow. Yeah, these sights are way off where they need to be. Looks like they have. They had to hold way low that time. It looks like they do have a way to adjust them though, so I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to see if I can adjust these sights a little bit, and then I'll be right back. All right, I made some adjustments here. I adjusted over to the left a little bit, and I think I adjusted the height as well, the elevation as well. I'm hoping I adjusted it right, so I'm going to try on the Cowboy here and just see where it hits on Mr. Cowboy. Seems a little better. I may have adjusted the elevation a little too much, so I'm going to adjust that down just a little bit as well. All right, I'm about to load up some more magazines, and honestly, this is the biggest downside of this firearm that I found so far, is these little magazines here. They don't have a follower that you can pull down like you can with the Taurus. They have these little tabs that you can pull on, and the 22 long rifle is such a small cartridge, and it's so hard to push down in this little tiny area with my big sausage fingers that I have a hard time pushing the rounds in, and it really wears on my thumb trying to get them down there. This may take longer than I really want it to, loading magazines. I may have to do some cutting on the video just so you don't have to sit around for 30 minutes with me trying to load a magazine. But these are going in pretty easy now. Maybe the springs have loosened up a little bit, because I really was struggling initially getting them in there. And the Taurus actually comes with a speed loader. Well, I won't call it a speed loader, a magazine loader that I used, and it worked okay. It helped from wearing my thumbs out, but it still wasn't quick. Another thing that would be really nice if they had witness holes all the way down, so you could see how far you had come, you know, how many more rounds you needed. Because right now you just guess. At this point you're just guessing how many rounds you got in there unless you can count, which I can't count that high. So I'm just guessing, and I just have to go till I can't push them in anymore. Well, I had to go get the little Taurus mag loader because my fingers are just raw now. But I got all but one magazine loaded now. All right, finally got them loaded up here. So let's do a little bit more shooting. Got 3 mags here. See if I can hit a little bit better now that I've got the sights hopefully adjusted where they need to go. See if I've got them right here. Well, let me try something else. All right, I think I figured out the elevation now. Maybe. I mean, it's definitely a light shooting gun, even though it doesn't weigh anything. Of course, 22 is not a very powerful cartridge, so you don't expect it to be a hard hit round. I can't tell if I'm hitting or not hitting. There we go. If I'll ever get the range on this one. No, didn't on that one. So it's not a bad shooting gun, but it's small. I mean, you do have a fairly short sight radius there. And, I mean, I'm getting used to it. It's got a pretty good trigger. It's hammer fired. It's got a pretty good break on the trigger. It's really light. I'm just having to get used to it a little bit. Like I said, this is the first time I've actually brought it out on range, so. Bring it up a little. Now a little. All right. Starting to figure it out a little bit better there. You can see the water splashing up where it's been raining. There's a little trough there under the cowboy, because I've been shooting him for so long that the lead splattering off of him has dug a trench right below him. Let's see if I can hit this one out at 35. There we go. Was that all 3 magazines? Well, those went in a hurry. Woo, I'm not looking forward to loading another one though. That's the bad part. It takes forever to load the magazines, and they go by so quickly. So if there was something I was going to tell Kel-Tec about their gun, is make the magazines easier to load. Give us those little tabs on the side to help pull them down, something to speed up the process. So I'm gonna load up a few more. I wanna load up some of these CCI Stingers, and then go out here at 100 yards and 80 yards and see if I can hit something out there with a little higher velocity stuff. All right, I have got some targets out here. I forgot I actually have some of these rimfire targets, these plastic 6-inch plates out here at 40 yards. I may try to see if I can hit those. That may be a stretch for this little bitty gun here. I put it up really for rifle, for 22 rifles, but I'm gonna see if maybe I can hit one of these. I don't know. Let's see what we can do here. I've engaged the safety, no wonder it wouldn't fire. Well, yeah, it looks like this may be a little bit too much fast at it. So let's go out here to 100 yards and see. I heard it. I'm hearing it. Huh, well, I hit it once. Let's put just a few more through it. All right, one more time. Out here to 100 yards, and I'm gonna try a few at 80. See if I can get the range again. Hit it the first time, then never could get it again. I thought that one was a little short. I don't know where they're going. I can't even see it. Well, let's try the one at 80. Maybe I can see where I'm going over there. No earthly idea. But I'm probably pushing the limits of this gun a little too much there. So, what do I think of the Kel-Tec? Well, it definitely ran everything I put through it. And at close ranges, seemed to be pretty good. You know, starting to get a little bit out further than 10 yards or so. It's not as easy to shoot as the Taurus is. That TX22 feels like a full-size gun in the hand. It shoots like a full-size gun. It's a lot easier to hit, I think, at distance with it. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's a small gun, and it's really light. It's really thin, which a lot of times I have trouble with really thin guns, shooting those. I have trouble with like the original Shield just being too thin, and that may be the problem here as well. It just may be a little thinner than I like, and it just doesn't fit my hand exactly right. But it was reliable, and you know, that's saying something. That's usually your main concern when you're dealing with budget firearms, is that they won't be reliable. But it fed everything I put through it. So I think the guys at Direct Hit were being serious. I think they really do like this gun, and I can see why. Though for my purposes, I think I would probably stick with the TX22 from Taurus. But you know, to each his own. This may fit your hand just perfectly. This may be exactly what you're looking for. And if so, it seems like a pretty good little gun. So there it is. Guys, appreciate you coming out. If you would, check out the description. Got a link there for the GOA, the Gun Owners of America, where you can get a discounted membership and get in the fight. We also got a link there for the TFA, the Tennessee Firearms Association. If you live in the great state of Tennessee like I do, you can join up there and help us out with our gun rights here in the state of Tennessee. So guys, appreciate you coming out. God bless you. Y'all take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time.